Come to the FunnelFlow Mastermind and watch Caleb yawn at 6:30 in the morning.
So are we going to hear how this thing has changed your life?
Oh, are you recording?
We're recording and go.
Yep. Caleb Christensen and FunnelFlow Mastermind has changed my life immensely. He forced me to wake up at the crack of dawn or even before and show up. So ever since then, I've been waking up earlier and getting a lot more done every day. And that's no lie.
Wow. All right.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Love it.
Yep. I'm getting up earlier.
Dr. Jason, are you awake?
Barely, but I'm awake. I'm here.
Okay. All right. All right. We got Showtime coming in from the East. Coming in. All right. Well, what's up, Showtime? Woo.
What's up? How's everybody?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
We missed
Show
you
me.
last. We missed you. You're back.
Yeah, my net was down. How's Caleb? How's Steve? How's Neil? Scott? Van? How's everything?
Hey.
Great. Doing great.
All right.
Up too.
Good morning. Welcome to the FunnelFlow Mastermind. We got Showtime. We have Father Time, Neil. We have Dr. Jason. We have Scott, who's doing stretches off camera. And we got Steve. I do what I want as a key. Good morning, everybody. That's right. That's right. All right. Welcome, everyone. So Showtime asked a good question, wants to know how everyone is doing. Why don't we just go around the panel and talk about what our wins are and then what we're working on right now. We got Chuck, number one, Hoskevek, coming on the panel. All right, Dr. Jason, you're in the middle of the screen. Tell us what's good.
It's good to be here with you guys to keep going and keep learning more and keep moving up. So,
and what are you working on, Jason? By this point, we've made like 2 funnels for you, and we need to get some traffic there.
Yeah. It's hard to say. I'm working to just working to just keep going right now, man. Honestly, that's what I'm working on. So
Okay. Keep on keeping on.
that's what I'm doing.
Don't let up. Keep
Chuck, I show up when I want. Hoskevek, what's good?
Hey, what's up, man? Well, like since you called me out, I was on at 6:30 waiting for the host.
Okay. I was a minute late. I admit, I'm sorry.
I can't, 60 seconds, Caleb. Like that's
You're never getting that
the
back.
car in 60 seconds. I am good. Happy to be here. Let's see. Wins. We're just getting our processes in place, using our project management tool so we can make sure that when we scale, it's stuff doesn't get lost in there. I think that's very frustrating to me as an individual when I outsource to a company and then they just fail to deliver. So we're aggressively working on those processes. I'm going to be on the thing today at 8:30.
What's the thing?
The thing is, you're going to like hands-on of making our funnels. So if we have questions and we get frustrated, you're right there. So we can just reach out to you.
That's it. That's right. Office hours with Caleb.
Yes.
I look forward to seeing you there. And that's available for members only, Chuck.
Oh, I didn't get my jacket.
Workshop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do need jackets. Thanks, Chuck. Good to see you. Steve, what's good?
All right. So as you know, Neil and I have been working on getting an agency established, digital marketing agency based on a certain software platform. And that's actually, we've been getting traction. So we figured out an actual micro niche, and now we're doing our research just to get everything all in line. And yeah, we're finally moving forward, gaining some traction. So I'm really stoked about that.
I can tell you've been blowing up my Slack.
Yep, that's for sure.
Sharing all your
Gotta
sharing
stay
all your
active
exciting findings. So,
every day. Every day.
cool. What's your micro niche?
Virtual Shopify bookkeepers.
See, a niche so small, only you fit in it.
That's right.
the key.
That's
Okay.
right. We
And
own it.
then you're like, we are the biggest virtual Shopify bookkeeper marketing agency in the whole internet because you created you created the sector.
That's right.
So awesome. Well, yeah. We've been working together. I've been helping kind of consult them and guide them on how to structure it. And we're moving along. So it's Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will this marketing agency, but one step at a time. And that's the idea of the workshop today. It's like everyone wants everything done now, but a lot of times we get progress by just showing up and chipping away at it and moving forward and keeping each other accountable. So, Neil, what's good?
I have some wins in the personal category, but as far as I've just been learning, just like the good doctor said, this is a process and it's going to take some time and some patience on my part.
Cool. Yeah.
Huh, Steve?
That's right. Patience.
An old dog can learn new tricks.
Yep.
Awesome.
And hopefully you get to be as old as I am someday.
I hope so. I hope so. Showtime, what's good?
First of all, good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
It's like summer over here. So whenever it is summer, I just have this buzz cut going around. So first of all, that is like a win for me because it's a part of my summer ritual. So I started off my summer that way, and after that, I think I realized that as a funnel builder, as a funnel agency person, I am operating in a bubble, where every time seeing people, same kind of clients. So I just thought of shifting my focus to Instagram lately for client acquisition. So I don't know why I have been trying to avoid Instagram. So I'm just testing Instagram to land clients. I have recreated my custom avatar, and I plan to go all in with one kind of funnel. I don't know how far it is going to help me scale my funnel agency, but yeah, so that is the whole kind of win for me right now.
Cool.
So yeah.
Well, I hired Natish off Instagram. Well, yeah. Natish acquired me off Instagram, essentially.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. So it's a good platform for sure. Isn't it interesting how I do this, and maybe others can relate? Like we avoid things that we just avoid platforms, or we avoid diving into something new. Like I've completely avoided going into Bitcoin, or crypto or NFTs. And the same way I avoided Facebook when it first came around. It's like we're so resistant to change. There's this scene in Wayne's World where Garth's like, we fear change. And I think that's the human condition, but digital marketing is changing all the time. And I think we need to train ourselves to like embrace change, because every time there's change or there's a new platform, usually there's opportunity to
absolutely
to get more eyes, to get more traction. So I think as a group, we need to welcome change. We need to be looking for change.
Absolutely.
So good for you, embracing the change and
thank you.
And going after it. And the workshop the lead magnet building workshop that we're hosting next week, right? As part of my customer acquisition, one of the upsells in the funnel is an Instagram growth guide.
Wow.
And so I'm going to give you access to that for free. Okay.
Please.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Freebies. Okay. All right. Who needs to go? Scott, what's good? Scott, tell us. You just launched a little challenge.
Yeah, so I yesterday did my first live stream in the Facebook group for the 5-day challenge.
Oh, that's
Today I'll
great.
go
That's
again.
great.
And yeah, and Jason, I was thinking about your couple of funnels that need traffic that Kayla mentioned, and like everyone, I didn't get a ton of registrations, but every one of them was basically from organic. So I just was thinking, hey, that might be, if you're not doing like a Facebook organic strategy, maybe I could share that with you at some point, Jason, and get some traffic into your funnel.
Here's Facebook organic. This is what Scott's been doing. All right. This is our little challenge funnel. It started yesterday, but we're resetting it to do it. Right now we're shooting for like every 2 weeks. Okay. So we just kind of changed the headline. We'll see, but here's something exciting. Let me. Here, let me stop my share for a second while I get. So with minimal traffic, all right, let me back.
Real quick while you're doing that. So Scott, the organic traffic that you're getting from Facebook is just from you putting yourself out there and sharing tips. Is that correct?
Sorry, say that again. I switched my Bluetooth and then I lost you.
No worries. So for the organic traffic that you're getting from Facebook, that's just from you putting yourself out there and sharing your story and giving tips. Is that correct, how you've built that group up?
Yeah, so it's a combination of that. So putting posts out there, and I've been averaging like maybe once a week, like not a lot. Which, well, that's a lot for me, but not a lot by normal standards, right? But like there's a little bit of a formula to the post, trying to get engagement, just being out there with a message, but then the direct message everyone, like and it's not cold messaging, it's like people who respond to the post. And another important aspect of it is getting into groups, and ethically soliciting in the groups, not like putting it out there, like no calls to action, just like here's a story, and it obviously relates to what you do, but here's a story, personal story, here's a struggle, here's how I learned what I now know. And, I love helping people with this, hope this helps you. And then people respond to that and message them. Those are people that aren't friends. They're just, I got into their world because of the group, and that's been working pretty well. I've landed a few high ticket clients through that strategy, and now I'm starting to direct that to the funnel.
Nice. I think you hit an important part where you said ethically, when you're in these groups, and you're not the first person that I've talked to that has done that strategy. And it's just providing value, being out there and just not going, hey, I'm in this group. Hey, come over here. Like, join my group. It's, hey, here I am. I'm in this group, your group. I'm going to share my knowledge, and naturally people will reach out to you. And that's what you found, right?
Yeah, I think in my mind, what connects the dots for me is when I've been in groups and I've seen somebody posting often and putting so much value, and I end up thinking, wow, that they must be one of the administrators. Like they're just like I mean, this is their show. They're just like putting so much value out there. And, I'm not at that level, but I'm, that's my goal, right? Like if I could get people to believe that, they're seeing me so much and I'm making such a great impact for them, that they start to think, oh, he must just be, he's one of the bigwigs here.
It's like a Facebook group is a party, right? And there's that one guy, standing by the bar, and everyone's around him listening to his stories, and he's talking loud and using his hands, and everyone else is like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
That's the good illustration.
Right. So you want to be the guy at the bar. Everyone's listening to. The girls are like, hanging on your every word. Right. So if you can, that's all Facebook groups are. Right.
That's a great analogy there, Caleb.
Great.
Yeah. And so, and then you want people to pull you aside and then ask for your business card. That's how this works. Right.
And then people are like, can I buy you a drink?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
You're like, well, I got a funnel. Yeah. I got a low ticket offer I could give you. So,
yep.
So I've been encouraging Scott to do this a long time. And, like all coaches, well, I don't always follow my own advice. Okay. I'm trying to get better. We'll just leave that aside. But I've been encouraged Scott to do this for a while. And there's a few, Scott kind of alluded to it, but there's different ways you can use this strategy. So the more laborious, but still effective way is you make the posts, and then you engage with the people that engage with you, and then you DM them and you get them in a conversation, and then you kind of get them to a point where they're asking a lot of questions, and then you transition and say, well, the best way for me to help you with this issue is if we get on a call, you go to the call, and then you make your pitch. Okay. It works. It's been taught by a lot of gurus. It's a lot of work, right? Another way that he's used this, which he alluded to with what I'm about to show you, is you do the same process, but instead of jumping on a call, say, well, I have this thing I'd love to invite you to. And then that's when you give them your funnel link. And you can use the funnel to kind of help close them and get them into your flywheel. So you can start marketing to them, and you can, of course, you can reach out to them one-on-one, but the idea is you can leverage funnels with these type of organic engagement strategies to help close clients. Like some of the earliest funnels that Scott and I did, that whenever he would have a lead and he would be messaging back and forth for relationship coaching, instead of just like jumping on a call or into like the free discovery session, he would send them to the funnel, which would kind of pre-close them, and they would buy some resources. It would give them some homework. It would collect a little bit of money so that they were kind of in more of a buying state when he actually got on the call with them. Right, Scott?
Yep. Yeah, I would say that having a painkiller offer funnel is perfect for that, for, closing a call, closing a new client.
Yeah. So anyway, this is just a fun little thing I want to show you. And so with just organic traffic, wait, am I sharing? Do you see my ClickFunnels screen?
I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with just organic traffic and not a lot of clicks, we made $155 off that little challenge funnel, off a free challenge. So in the last 7 days. Yeah. So not getting rich off that one, but the idea here is we're trying to create an asset that will pay for itself. So $148, average cart value is $49, earnings per click $47. Okay, so we had 77 people look at the page, 23 opted in. Some of those are me, I'm sure, with testing. So let's give it a little margin of error. So like 25% opted in who hit the page. Okay. And then on the thank you page, we gave them the VIP offer. And there's no opt-in on that. They click a button and it takes them to the order page, and 33% took the VIP. So of the, we'll call it 20 people who opted in, three bought. And what juiced our average cart value was our little upsell right here, our $37. So no one took our OTO1, but yeah. So this at scale, if we're running ads to it, which Nitish and I, who disappeared, is what we're working on. We want to be able to acquire customers profitably. So anyway, so this is what the back end of a free challenge looks like with upsells. We got the opt-in, we got the thank you page, and then it goes to the order. And then if they do actually go through the order, we're going to give them one-time offer, because why not? All right, they're in the funnel. And then that's the order confirmation page. And then we have the 3 thank you pages where they actually get the links to their stuff. So anyway.
Caleb, and I think the point that I wanted to make the most, that I don't know if I made it yet. Like if I would have just said, oh, this is an awesome funnel, let's see how it goes with some paid traffic, we would basically not have anything yet, right? It may be coming. But to have that organic piece, which isn't going to get us to 2 Comma Club, but it gets us started, gets us data, get some momentum going. So it's almost like, I don't know if that's a formula or just this, and it's just a coincidence here, but it gets us going in that interim while we're figuring out what's working on the ads. I think I've had the mentality in the past, like I'm just going to rely on paid traffic, but the organic, I've become a fan of it, and seeing it as such an essential part.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's momentum, right? It's not a lot of money, but symbolically it's important, right? So having a funnel that you're getting some traction on, like Dr. Jason, here's our encouragement to you. I know finances are tight, and starting, starting a paid campaign, maybe you're not there yet, but just a little bit of push, a little bit of momentum, doing, like Scott said, 1 organic post a week, right? Or just building up your personal Facebook profile. I mean, you're a chiropractor, right? Everyone loves the crack, right? So it's not like your service sells itself. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. So just the extended network of the friends and family and Girl Scout families Darla's connected to, like just being a little bit more loud at the party, right? The Facebook party, so to speak. With when people are interested, you push them into your funnel. My goodness, what could that do? That could get you a little bit of momentum. So anyway, here's the thing with these low ticket offers. And this is the transition to the Giorgio letters, as my email alluded to. Chuck, did you read the email?
See.
Okay. See.
Or is that we?
Wrong country. All right. We need to have in the MVM flywheel, we capture and then we publish, like Scott said, oh, this is beautiful. We publish, we capture, and then we nurture. So today we're talking about nurturing. So Q1 of the mastermind, we're talking about just the foundational principles of a well-designed lead magnet and follow-up. Okay. So once you capture their information, you need to nurture them to a sale. Okay. Now, you can do this kind of in an offline sense where you just call them, but we want to automate things and we want to be able to scale this. So Dan Kennedy, he pioneered this concept, the 3-letter follow-up. I bought this resource from when Russell bought the magnetic marketing. I bought it. This is the magnetic marketing system. I bought it as an upsell, and it was a PDF of like 600 pages. And I spent $150 at Office Depot, and I printed 3 copies of these. So
Nice.
like front and back, this thing's heavy. That's why I said, and then I made a little graphic. I said the unauthorized version. That's me. And then I linked to it a Google Drive folder where we're gonna go into the Google Drive. And I'm gonna show you these Giorgio letters. But the idea of the Giorgio letters is after you capture a lead. Well, actually, the Giorgio letters were, I think, originally designed as a cold direct mail piece, but the principle applies. He kind of modified it as time went on as a follow-up sequence once you had a lead. But once you have a lead, you give them a 3-letter follow-up sequence, which kind of escalates in volume, so to speak, to compel them to take you up on your offer, right? And it's a painkiller offer. It's like a really well-designed, attractive offer. Dan Kennedy calls it a widget offer. So it's like so great. It's almost sounds too good to be true. So if you do actually capture their information and you follow up, and when they actually hear your offer, they're like, oh my gosh, I have to, yes, I have to take it. Right. $100,000 Ferrari for $10,000, right? Like, even if you didn't have a dollar to your name, you'd figure out how to get $10,000 to buy that Ferrari because it's such a great deal. Right. So, the Giorgio letters, I'll say one more thing. He realized that when he was deeply in debt and debt collectors were sending him letters demanding payment, that they always sent a 3-letter sequence. The first one is, hey, pay us. The second one is, hey, did you see our last letter? Pay us. The third letter is final notice. You better pay us or there's going to be consequences. And he thought, well, hey, if these letters can get money out of people who have nothing and they're not giving you anything, what could a 3-letter sequence do to generate results to get money out of people who have something you want? Follow? Okay. So, all right. So look at all these swipes I got. A lot of stuff. Okay. So Giorgio restaurant letter 1. All right. Who wants to be Giorgio and read this? Chuck?
Yeah, can you make that a little bigger, please? So I'm not like right up on the screen. So everybody sees my face. Awesome. Pardon me. A confidential letter to the husband of a house from Giorgio. Romance director Giorgio's Italian grotto. Oh my gosh. She may be waiting, just anticipating things she never possesses. But while she's waiting, try a little tenderness. Dear Caleb, women are different than we are. Vive la différence. Your loving wife needs, wants, and deserves special attention, maybe more often than you think, to give to her. You are busy, preoccupied with work, aggravated with that dum-dum that you have to deal with every day at the office, tired. Who has time or energy to even think about romance? 2/3 of all marriages end in divorce. And the number one reason given by divorcing women, he just didn't pay enough attention to me anymore. For you, my friend, I got a solution. With this letter, you are entitled to an evening charmed by all creativity of Giorgio, the official romance director. When you and your very significant other arrive at Giorgio's, you'll be ushered to the special dining room, lit only by candlelight and roaring fire in the fireplace, with a view of the sunset or starry night over the harbor. When you make your reservation, I will guarantee your choice of a near the fireplace or window side table. Is in this undercrowded, intimate dining room, there will be no families, no children, no disruptions, only quiet, good music, a peaceful environment, a haven from the hustle, bustle, noise, and pushing and shoving and rushing of the real world. On your table, in a crystal blood vase, there will be a single dewy, fresh red rose for your lady. It and the vase are hers to take home. This is long, man. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
Thank you.
We will begin with a carafe of our
Good job,
wonderful house Italian wine, red or white, your choice. Compliments of Giorgio, and a fresh baked, piping hot, lightly garlic buttered Italian breadsticks. Okay, dinner choices, dessert, espresso, and finally The bonus, a heart-shaped box with 4 delicate Italian gelato-filled chocolates presented to your lady with a flourish. Now that an evening to enjoy, to luxuriate, and to remember, will that make you a hero? Giorgio guarantees it. The guarantee. We can urgency and scarcity. We can only accommodate 12 couples each evening with this very special romance dinner. So it's important to call and make reservations as early as you can. Ask for me, Giorgio, noon to 10 p.m. or stop in for our businessman's lunch. See me and make these romance arrangements personally. And this is my favorite. I'm the handsome looking devil in the deep blue smoking jacket in the lounge, awaiting your commands to make a magic for you, Giorgio. P.S. The cost, everything, the entire romance dinner for 2, exactly as I've described, is just $59.95. If you wish, you can pay in advance, blah, blah, blah. This was in the early 70s, so $59.95 was not a cheap evening. So what do you think, Chuck? Would you take Giorgio up on his offer? Take the lady to the romance night?
I would look at that depending on what the gelato chocolates were at the end. I mean, that's what
it takes for you. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's just say Chuck is a little slow in the uptake, so to speak. And Giorgio, he sends him another letter. All right. I'll read it for you, Chuck.
Thank you.
You were straining looking at your computer screen.
And everybody could see it. Plus, I don't have that accent either.
3 coins in the fountain. Insert 3 shiny pennies. So he's making the mail lumpy, right? You can still send it, but it's a little lumpy. He's like, well, what's in here? I want to open it. Dear Chuck, as you can see, I have attached 3 shiny pennies to this letter. I've done this for 2 important reasons. First, to grab your attention for just a moment, or 2 or 3. Second, to remind you that the wonderful romantic song, 3 Coins in the Fountain, which I've never heard that song. You see, this is your second notice. Your romance wake-up call from me, Giorgio, the romance director, Giorgio's Italian Grotto. My bell tolls. Does it toll for thee, Chuck? It is a stress-filled, busy, hectic, tough, tiring, demanding, mind-numbing, energy-sapping battle each and every day out there, isn't it? I know, after all, I'm a businessman too, and a husband too, married to my beautiful Isabella for 25 years. It is easy, tempting, even natural to come home to the cave after a day of doing battle, shock the rock, shove the rock onto the doorway, and collapse on the couch. But without frequent romance, the flame flickers and dies. Scott, you should use this coffee. This is good. You know that deep down inside. But who has the time and energy to create romance? Giorgio to the rescue. I am deeply disappointed. Wow. That I didn't hear from you after my first letter and invitation to let me create a truly romantic, memorable evening for you and your lady. So I'm here again, this time with an even better invitation. He's offer stacking a truly remarkable offer for just $59.95. I will give you everything I described before, the romantic dinner for 2, listed again at the bottom of this letter, and I will even send a stretched, gleaming, white, fully equipped limousine to your home to pick you, the prince, and your princess up and bring you home at the end of the evening. Imagine the look in her eyes when you walk out the door, and instead of going to the garage, your tuxedoed chauffeur steps toward and opens the door of the limousine for your lady to enter. If you say no to this invitation, is there no romance in your heart, Chuck? How can this be? Call me Giorgio right now at 800 Giorgio. I'm ready to make a magic for you. Wow. Would you say no to that still, Chuck?
Well, since I have a cold heart, yes.
Okay. Well, all right. You've left Giorgio no option but to send letter number 3.
3. Chuck gets number 3.
It's a little shorter one. Okay. Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to cry. Dear Chuck, this is Giorgio. Too blue to cry. Disappointed. Attached are copies of the 2 previous letters I recently sent you, extending my very special invitation to let me create a magical romantic for you and your loving wife. Maybe you missed them. Please read now. Hoping I still might hear from you. Insert 2 previous letters. That's it. That's the Giorgio sequence. Now, the cool thing is about the sequence is, look, they have them for health and fitness. So he over time modified these for business to consumer, professional practice, business to business. There's a massage therapist. There might even be a chiropractor one in here, Mr. Jason. Business to business. Yeah. So the principle works for all different kinds of industries. Yeah. 3-step letter for real estate. Just a lot of stuff in here. So,
Nice.
Caleb,
yes, sir.
can you connect the dots for my tired, uncaffeinated brain? Like what are we gonna do with this?
When we capture the lead, we can take a Giorgio sequence that leads to your offer. Okay. So if we do something free, the idea of these is either you're sending these like direct messaging, direct mail, or you have some sort of interest. And then the follow-up sequence takes them to an offer, your painkiller offer. So the husband, Chuck, the cold-hearted husband with the lonely wife, the painkiller offer is we're going to create a little bit of romance for like a low price. And if you don't listen to the first time, we're going to make it a little bit better. Right? We're going to send a limo. These offers don't work unless you have, upsells and ascensions kind of built into it. Giorgio's going to bring by the expensive wine and the port and offer to book your second reservation. Did you guys have a nice evening? Well, would you like to do it again in 2 weeks? Right. And so the idea of these offers is just to convert a prospect into a client or a customer, and then you can upsell them. So for a challenge, once you make the offer at the end, or even as people are going through I would say probably in your case, once you make the offer, we send this 3-step sequence, which compels people to like take action on it.
So we can use this as like the soap opera sequence or in replace of it.
It's a little, it's a little different from the soap opera sequence. The soap opera sequence it's leading them through your story with kind of a grand reveal of the offer. So it's the same idea, but the Giorgio sequence is a little bit more direct. It's like he tells you this awesome offer he has right up front. It's for offers, I think, that speak for themselves. So the idea of the soap opera sequence, you want to hear the backstory, why he's created this offer, why, what he's tried before, the wall he hit. Giorgio sequence is, do you want this awesome thing that you and I both know that you want, right? So just say yes. Okay. And you didn't say yes the first time. I'm going to make it a little better. And then the third letter is like, what's going on? This is an amazing thing.
So the style of communication, yeah.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah. How would you use this, Chuck?
Well, we use first of all, I like the shortness of it, the three emails, but we use a version of this for follow-ups for cold emails. So we're sending out cold emails with videos, and then every couple of days we follow up for 3 times. Hey, did you watch a video? And we use Loom. So when they watch the video, then we know that, and we send out another set of emails to say, hey, let's jump on a call, or whatever that next step is. I like it. I like the 3-step. I like the shortness, and it's just follow up, right? Like that's all we've got to do for any type of good sales is follow up. Like somebody's interested in your program, Scott, but they just shown interest. Well, let's push them along a little bit more. Let's show them how we can help them. Did that answer the question, Caleb?
Yeah. We're ethically bribing people to take action.
Just follow it.
How might you use this, Dr. Jason?
I could just, with those, it's just like if someone comes into the funnel, that's a great way to kind of just engender interest to keep coming back. Or even if someone, maybe even with a first, after having seen someone the first time, there's probably a way to modify the sequence to just kind of keep going with them that way. Just kind of just to continue reinforcing the education of what they're doing.
Well said, Jason. Well said.
How did this guy get on Giorgio's list in the first place?
Yeah, that was my question.
He was
Very-
hurting in the early 70s. He was really hurting for money. He had debt collectors and stuff calling him. He talks about it in the book.
I think this was direct mail. I think this is a direct mail campaign. So this is a local offer. Why don't we look at let's see.
Well, I mean, Giorgio obviously knew that he was addressing a married man. He at least knew that about him. So that's what I'm curious. It wasn't just like a blast to every address in a zip code.
I don't know specifically on that.
Is there
Yeah,
a life coach in there?
Huh?
Is there some type of coaching sequence in there?
Actually, there is. I'm glad you.
there you go.
And while you're looking, if you could find something for agencies, that would be great.
Professional. Where'd it go? I just saw it. Life coach. Business to consumer.
Hey, Caleb, how do we get access to these swipes?
Well, you come on the 8:30 workshop. I might give
There it
you.
is. There's a life coach.
Nice. All right.
Okay. Lead generation email for a life coach. Hi, Scott. Dreams are illustrations from the book your soul is writing about you. Marcia Norman. It's now 2017 and people are setting their goals for the next 12 months. Did you know January 13th is also known as Make Your Dreams Come True Day? And Awaken Life Academy wants to reward you for sharing your dreams in a big way. Simply enroll in the Plan Your Attack Day to receive a free, what are we getting? Free life wheel exercise worth $159 by tomorrow. All you have to do is call Scott's phone number and ask for the life wheel exercise, and our super friendly staff will take care of you. If you don't want to call, that's okay. You can access our amazing offer at awakenlifeacademy.com. Get access to all the tools you need to make your dreams happen, but hurry, you only have until tomorrow. Don't miss this February special. Forget about those post-Christmas blues and kickstart 2017 with new plans, goals, and dreams. Only you can chase your dreams. Remember what Marcia Norman said, your soul is writing about you. I like the Giorgio one better.
I mean, we could use it to promote the Define Your Purpose challenge, right? I mean, you could use it to promote anything, but I guess it's I appreciate all the cleverness of it. I'm just trying to connect the dots. Like, who do I send this copy to? Do I just send it to my email list? I guess it all sorts of answers, right?
Caleb, do you think it would be sent out to maybe an answered ad, or is this like a lead magnet on steroids, or how? how would be used up front, or what would initiate
How
sending
I
them?
would use these is I would attach these behind a lead magnet. I would have a lead magnet and we've captured their information, but we want them to take the next step, maybe book a consultation or show up to your office or buy something like a low ticket offer like the Giorgio Letter. And I would use this to follow up to take action on whatever offer you're trying to push people into, which will kind of get them on your value ladder. So as I said at the beginning, this first quarter, we're talking about lead magnets and follow-up. This is the follow-up component of the lead magnet. So Scott has a free challenge, and I think the free challenge. So you could use these emails in two ways. If he had his own list, which he does, and it's underutilized, he could modify these 3-step letters to get people into the challenge. And then you can make a different version of these letters, and the people that take the challenge, when you want them to take action on the offer, you modify it on the back end.
There you go. There you go.
Chuck just had a light bulb go off. I saw it.
No, I like it. So the people that you had, the 20, so if we go back to the metrics, you had 20 people opt in on the initial funnel. Did you get the emails? Is that what the opt-in was? But they didn't purchase anything? Because if you did get the emails, you could start that sequence to push them to the next challenge, March 15th. Hey, you missed the last one. We got another one coming up.
Yeah,
Does
and
that
if you
mean-
remember last week, I don't know if it was last week. Can you see ClickFunnels here?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So when they opt in, they essentially get a Giorgio sequence. So we have multiple layers of follow-up. So when they opt in, they're getting pushed to the VIP. And I don't really know. I haven't figured out how to track it yet. So if they buy the VIP through this email, maybe that's a Showtime problem. You can help me figure that out. Like tracking on purchase tracking through email follow-up. Maybe that would be done through follow funnels. Anyway, so they opt in, and then it's the first email is just kind of practical, like they have to join the Facebook group, and oh, by the way, here's this amazing offer. So join the Facebook group, and then here's essentially an offer. It's just a straight offer. Okay. And then we're changing the headline. Would you like my goals course for free? So we're positioning it as a free offer. Get my Smart Goals mini course and sexy conversation starters for free when you upgrade your challenge to VIP. And you know what's funny is as I was testing the funnel, I opted in on my personal email, and I'd forgotten that I opted in because I had timed this for 2 hours later, and Scott emails me all the time, but it comes from the same email. And so I see in my inbox, Scott Landis, would you like my Smart Goals course for free? And I'm like, what is this, Scott? What are you sending me? And I'm like, oh, I opted in. It's funny how I built it and still it like kind of bypasses that thing in the brain, right? It's a pattern interrupt. And so we restate the offer. Okay. And then the final call, Giorgio sad, last call, I want to make sure you didn't miss my last 2 emails. Okay. I've created this amazing offer. And then here you go. So this concept, you can keep it simple and just attach it to one part of your marketing, one part of your campaign, or you can layer it at the beginning, the middle, at the end.
Yeah, I agree. It is dynamic, and it reminds me of in the book, in Jan Kennedy's book, our textbook, right? It reminds me of the example that he used of the guy. I forgot his name, but he's the one that made the casino in Vegas, you know, one of the biggest ones.
Stratosphere.
Stratosphere.
Bob Stupak.
Stupak, that's right. And basically he used that as his whole entire campaign, using I forgot what it was. It was like the Giorgio letter. It was this full compensated. I even give you $600 to gamble with type of thing, and he used that as his main thing. Like, as it created passive income because they pre-ordered that package, and they used the package whenever they showed up, but they ordered it and bought it. And, you know, so it was like so built capital for him. That, I mean, that was his main thing. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. It was a cold mail campaign. So, you know, you have to consider your audience. I mean, gambling in Vegas is pretty general appeal thing. Unlike the Puritan Scott, you know, he wouldn't do such things. But I think it's the answer. Where do you use these? It's like everywhere. If you're doing cold outreach, if you're doing anything, do it in a triplicate of 3. If you're sending a DM, send 3 DMs, right? Did you see my first 2 DMs, right? If you're sending cold email, send 3, and have it be really. I think the crux of the Giorgio letters is it's just something that is just such a good offer that it speaks for itself. So really taking the time to think through what does your ideal client want at this time, and communicate that clearly in the offer. And then you're just getting it in front of them. The hardest part about marketing is just getting people to consume your message. That's really the hardest part. Creating something that somebody wants is not that difficult. But getting that in front of the right people, that's the difficult part. So if you are a FunnelFlow member, and everyone on this call is currently, 8:30 to 10, you can stay for the whole time, half the time, 5 minutes of the time, whatever. We are doing our members only workshop where we're going to actually, today we're going to kind of see where everyone's at. We're going to make a punch list and some goals and figure out what we need to do to move things on to the next level. But after every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10, we're going to have a members only workshop where you can just come in and move things along. And that's how I work with my clients one-on-one. We just get on a call and we start building things together. So that's what we're going to do as a group, keep each other accountable and move things forward. And if you want access to these Giorgio letters or anything in my swipe file, it's all yours. So
thank you, Caleb.
All right, time for 2 takeaways today. Showtime, what is your takeaway today?
My takeaway is that this Giorgio letters, I like the way from the point go, they focus on how beautiful, how great is what they're offering, you know. So I really like that side of things because as a funnel builder, we always talk about what we can do good for them, but we don't really communicate to our clients like from the start, because we know it is like we are like pitching them, right? So it is not a good idea to tell them like what we are offering in the start. So what the traditional approach is, like we always try to give free value without looking salesy. So here it is all about, from the word go, we are talking about our offer, right, Caleb? So yeah, so it's really great, you know. I really love this side of things. It was a great session.
Awesome, cool. Steve, what's your takeaway?
Oh man, this was a great recap of what I'm reading in the book. So bringing it in a more applicable form like this, directly to exactly what we're working on. It's very refreshing, and yeah, I love it.
All right. Well, if you can make it today, I'll see you guys in an hour. And everyone should be invited on the
email list,
the Zoom meeting, but I'll drop it in the WhatsApp group, just so you have it there. Showtime, you're invited as well. I don't know if you saw the invite. Okay. So we'll see you guys in an hour. Thank you so much. Talk soon.